Welcome to the Hogan Jazz Archive. This is a research facility that is world-class, and our objective is to serve the people all over the planet who are interested in jazz. Besides recorded sound material and oral history tapes, we have serials, we've got city directories. It's important to place New Orleans musicians in their neighborhoods. The original idea for the Archive of New Orleans Jazz, as it was called, came from Richard B. Allen, who was working on an MA thesis with oral history. He went to William Ransom Hogan, chair of the history department at Tulane. In 1958, Tulane University was the first academic institution in the country to recognize the importance of the stories of the men and women who made jazz in New Orleans. And we've collected a lot, hundreds of interviews. They hired Bill Russell, who was an eminent jazz historian, as well as a musicologist and jazz violinist, to become the first curator. Oral history is essential in unraveling the early history of jazz because jazz and black culture in general are oral traditions. But we need recorded sound materials, we need graphics, we need sheet music, we need film to go along with the oral histories, not only to corroborate the stories that are there, but to expand our knowledge, because finding the resources necessary to open up this world is difficult. But when you have all this material in one place, it makes the job a lot easier.
The Hogan Jazz Archive is one of the treasures that we have in New Orleans, especially for people who conduct research like I do. I'm so grateful for the resources that are there. One of the big finds for me when studying Congo Square was the connection between E.P. Christie of Christie Minstrels, who stood at Congo Square and observed the dances and the music and then used those in his shows in minstrelsy on Broadway.
We see an international constituency, mostly professors from England, France, Norway, Spain, Italy, you name it. They're all interested in New Orleans jazz.
What I found fascinating at the archive was not only the amount of resources I found and the professionalism of Bruce, but also the fact that the archive itself was an amazing place of sociability. That's a place where I'd go every single day for a period of time, and where I met several highly regarded musicians.
In the work I do as a jazz historian, virtually all of the epiphanies, when the light bulb goes off, they're in the oral history story. What you really need to do is listen to the audio files, because you get the full personality of the speaker. I mean, we can listen to Paul Barbaran's voice, and we can listen to his daddy, Isidore Barbaran.
I wasn't aware of that. They had footage of interviews from Paul at the Jazz Archives. So this would be my first time hearing it.
How do you spell Adolph? You know? How do you spell Adolph?
Adolph.
Oh, you want the other name? You want
Adolph. Paul Barbaran. Paul was his middle name.
A-D-O-L-P-H. Adolph. Yeah, that's my name. Yeah, that's my name.
Wow.
And who were you?
Adolph.
I couldn't think of it.
Unbelievable.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. Wow. Adolph. Wow. That's something else. And maybe a lot of other people probably didn't know it if you haven't done any research at the Tulane Jazz Archive. Right?